Today, we stepped into a century of aviation history, from World War I airfields to the iconic Concorde, all at the Imperial War Museum Duxford. It's one of the UK's most incredible working airfields and the perfect family day out. And trust me, the kids had opinions about what we should see first. Let's dive right in. Today, we visited the Imperial War Museum in Duxford, a working airfield that tells the story of aviation, both civil and military, British and American, all in one place. It's just off the M11 near Cambridge, and it's a really easy day trip from both London and Cambridge. And honestly, it's one of the most impressive museum sites in the UK. It has been an airfield since the First World War, and it played a major role again during the Second World War. The flat landscape of this part of the UK is perfect for flying, which is why there are so many air bases built in this part of the country. Today, the site is not only preserves British aviation history, but also houses a dedicated American Air Museum, honouring the US personnel stationed here during World War II. And as you walk around, you'll hear quite a few American accents from the visitors who come. The museum is famous for its flying displays and its annual air show, but today it was just me and the kids enjoying a very breezy 30-degree day after a week of absolute sweltering heat. We arrived right as the museum opened, grabbed our tickets, and headed straight into Hangar One. If you're visiting with kids, you'll know my golden rule: go at their pace. Let them choose the route, and the day goes much smoother. This wasn't our first visit, so I was really comfortable to let the children pick and choose what they wanted to do today, and they were much more in the mood for being outside than they were in any of the hangars. They wanted planes, planes, and more planes. Hangar One is full of both civil and military aircraft. Part of it is under renovation at the moment, so the jet engine exhibition was closed, but there's still plenty to explore. As we walked around, I told the kids a bit more about their great-grandfather's experiences in World War II. My daughter was absolutely fascinated, especially by the story of how a yellow fever vaccination accidentally saved his life. Also in this hangar is a Concorde. Not a passenger one, this was a test aircraft used for performance and de-icing trials in cold climates. But you can walk right through it, cockpit and all. Probably the closest I'm ever going to get to flying Concorde. There's also an old BOAC aircraft you can board, complete with a ladies' powder room at the back. And honestly, I'd love to see that make a comeback on long-haul flights and not just for first class. After exploring the hangar, the kids spotted the new playground, and that was it. Our schedule was instantly rewritten. And to be fair, it's brilliantly designed. Loads to climb on, to swing on, to explore, plenty of seating for us parents, and a perfect view of planes taking off and landing. We spent a huge chunk of the day here, and of course, the kids made new friends within a few minutes. Around the site, there are several exhibitions about life at Duxford during the war, but today the only one the kids agreed to go and see with me was Life on Base. This section is really hands-on and interactive, full of little details about what people ate, where they slept, and what daily life on the base was like. I really love this part, but the kids, they were hungry and were demanding lunch. After eating, we headed to the outdoor aircraft displays. You can board so many of them, and tracing the evolution of civil aviation, we just loved it. I particularly liked the old Monarch plane. It brought back memories of hearing friends talking about their Monarch holidays that they went on, though I never got to go on one. My kids have flown all over the world and are huge plane fans, so it was fascinating for them to compare old aircraft with modern ones. The seat layout, the crew areas, the flight decks, all pretty familiar, but also just that little bit different. And then, of course, it was back to the playground before we wrapped up the day with a visit to the gift shop, of course. This was the last of our half-term adventures, and Duxford was the perfect finale. If you've enjoyed exploring Duxford with us, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow along because our next adventure is just around the corner. And if you've been to Duxford yourself, drop a comment and tell us your favourite part. See you in the next one. Bye!